Good day, everyone. Today I am presenting a comprehensive review of the research article titled Conventional and Emerging Methods for Cereal Byproduct Valorization, published in the Journal of Cereal Science in 2025. This study was conducted by a dedicated research team at RMIT University in Melbourne, Australia, led by Supuni Alipke and colleagues. Their work addresses a critical gap in our food system: how to transform agricultural waste into high-value nutritional resources. Objective of the study: the researchers set out three primary objectives. First, they wanted to synthesize existing evidence on the nutritional profile of cereal byproducts like bran, germ, and husk. Second, they aimed to perform a head-to-head comparison between traditional processing method and new green technologies. Ultimately, their goal was to provide a scientific roadmap for a circular bioeconomy where we maximize the use of every grain harvested to improve human health and sustainability. The study's justification. So why is this research so important? Currently, the way we process cereals is highly inefficient. For example, wheat bran alone makes up 25% of the total grain mass, yet it is mostly discarded or used for low-grade animal feed. However, the science shows that we are throwing away a gold mine. Bran contains up to 50% dietary fiber and a powerful antioxidant like ferulic acid, while the germs is packed with high-quality protein. By valorizing or adding value to these byproducts, we can reduce environmental waste while creating a more resilient food supply. Methodology. The methodology was quite rigorous, analyzing major global crops including wheat, rice, maize, barley, and oats. The researchers compared two sets of variables: convention methods, which often rely on heat, and emerging green technologies, which are non-thermal. They analyzed how these different processes affected the chemical structure of the grain, specifically looking at how well they could reduce phytic acid. This is crucial variable because phytic acid is an anti-nutrient that prevents our bodies from absorbing essential minerals like iron and zinc. By measuring these changes, they could determine which method truly unlocks the grain's potential. Findings. So, which method is actually the best? The study found that it depends on your specific goal. If your goal is nutrient preservation, emerging non-thermal technologies like ultrasound wins because they don't use heat that destroys vitamins. However, if your goal is mineral absorption, conventional fermentation is the champion, as it was found to reduce anti-nutrients by a massive 83.5%. Finally, for consumer taste, emerging micronization is the winner. It breaks fiber down into microscopic particles, which removes that repeat texture people often dislike in a whole grain product. Overall, the study concludes that while traditional methods are great for nutrition, emerging green technologies are the gold standard for a sustainable, high-quality future. Application and recommendation in the Philippines. So, how does this study apply to us here in the Philippines? As a top rice producer, we struggle with brown rice spoilage due to our humid climate. The study's data on microwave stabilization provides a direct solution to keep our bran fresh and food grade. We can also apply these enzymatic techniques to turn brewery taste into high-protein flour for our local pandesal, potentially tripling its fiber content without ruining the taste. The recommendation for the government is to support green extraction hubs in our agricultural provinces. This would allow our small-scale farmers to turn their processing waste into a profitable and nutritious new product line. That would be all, and thank you for your time.